Alright, let's see what all we got out of this. We got some bones, we got bone meal, we got just a chest, a couple of gold nuggets, some ink sacks. I got an ender pearl from... Oh my goodness. Hello and welcome to another episode of Regrowth Reloaded. As you can see behind me, we've got a second redwood tree, and the reason for this is that I got a shout out to give out, first of all, to Yober Brassbar, who left a comment in episode 30 telling us that we can actually grow a redwood from a single sapling. So we don't need the 54, we only need one. So I went ahead and tried it out, and as long as you've got a 7x7 area of clearance, it'll grow from a single sapling. So this is really cool. So we're going to have a few more of these dotted around our landscape as time goes on. As you can see down here behind us, that it is a spot where there's lots of shade. So of course we got mobs spawning out here. Let's see if we can get rid of this creeper. Take him out from a distance here. Got him. All right, so let me run downstairs. I got some other things to show you, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, here we are down in our basement area. Here's our storage room here, and where I've showed you last time, where we have these crates where are barrels that we've been storing the larger items in. I've set up an area here to farm oysters. So if you recall in the last episode, we got an oyster, and then we got 8 or 7 more as a reward. So you can actually farm these oysters and get pearls. And this is just you know, a few hours of AFK here, and look at all the pearls that we've gotten out of this. So I went ahead and I just set it up. It's just kind of a little tedious to do, but it's not too bad. So what we've got here is the oysters are sitting on a row of hoppers that all point into this chest here. And then behind the oysters is a row of hoppers that points into the back of the oyster. Above that is yet another row of hoppers that goes around here and connects up to this chest that's full of sand. So the sand comes out of the chest into this row of hoppers here, fills up the row of hoppers behind it, which feeds into our oysters. And then when the oysters create a pearl, it drops out, gets picked up by the hopper, and goes into this chest. Now, you'll notice that above these oysters is water. In order to do this, what you have to do is, I had to block this front part off first, and then fill up water in this area here where the oysters are sitting, as well as above it, and they have to be, you know, source blocks of water. So, and then you put your oysters in, and the water kind of disappears, but technically they're still in water. So there has to be a block of water above them. So you have to put them in water first. And then I took this out, and I could access this if I want to by right clicking and pulling the sand out, or if there was a pearl there, I could pull the pearl out. So that's how the oyster farm works. Nothing horribly difficult to make. I'm sure you could crack one out in, you know, a little bit of time and just a little bit of resources. The hoppers are the most expensive part, of course, to this. But that's how the oyster farm works, and these will be used in some of the mariculture recipes. And yeah, it does create ender pearls as well. So if you need ender pearls and you're not up to the ender seeds yet, this is a way to produce them. So let's head over to our botania area, and we're going to start off by crafting ourselves yet another new set of armor. Now, as you can see, we got our lovely pink Elementium armor, but we want something even better than this. So we're going to craft what is known as Terra Steel armor. So I've been crafting up Terra Steel as much as I can. It does, you know, it is quite a process because each piece of Terra Steel takes a half a mana pool. But you don't need that much when you actually craft the Terra Steel armor. So let's go ahead and let's look it up real quick. Too many R's. Terra armor. So we're going to do Terra Steel helmet, chest plate, leggings, and boots. And the recipe's the same on all of them as far as the layout. The only difference is in the rune that's used. So you have 2 living wood twigs, 3 pieces of Terra Steel ingots, your mana steel helmet, chest plate, leggings, or boots, and then the different runes. So we got spring, summer, autumn, and winter for each item. So we have that already over here in this chest. So let's go ahead and craft our helmet. So go ahead and grab these things here. And then it was twig, spring, helmet, and the Terra Steel. There we go. We got our Terra Steel helmet. Let's go ahead and get our chest plate. I could just grab everything. I just want to make sure that I've got the correct sequence as far as the runes are concerned. So there we goes our chest plate. Can we reach it from there? No. All right. Leggings. Like that. Autumn, and the last one is going to be our boots. Just like this. And there we go, a complete set of Terra Steel armor. Again, this is not a quest that's in the book, but we want it anyways because it is actually better than the Elementium. And it's not pink, it's green. Okay, so we got that. So let's actually do something from the book. So let's come into our book. We're going to go into chapter 7. All right, so chapter 7, what the world is built from. And we're going to come up here to Slimy Seeds. So let's take a look at this. And this is, see, slime is a useful but kind of elusive material, which you wouldn't mind having more of. At any rate, you should be able to make a seed to reproduce it more effectively. So we're going to make our slime soul seeds. Let's take a look at our recipe. So we have an essence seed, 3 extreme essence, rune of envy, rune of gluttony, and then 2 types of slime, whether that's a regular slime ball, gelatinous slime, coagulated blood, whatever that white one was, that was a ball of something or other. So let's go ahead and grab the stuff for that, which I have here. So we've got our 2 gelatinous slime, 3 extreme essence, essence seed, rune of gluttony, and rune of envy. Rune of envy. So let's go ahead and toss this on our altar here, not the book. Oh my goodness. 2 of those, 3 of those, that, and that. Go ahead and grab our wand of the forest. All right, let me let this do its thing, and I'll be right back with you as soon as it's ready. All right, let's get this finished up here. Put that on there. There we go. Get that. And we have our Slimy Seeds. So let's go ahead and claim our reward on this. We're going to pick our Extreme Essence. And there we go. So let me go ahead and put these away real quick. And V. Gluttony. Alright, move these aside. Alright, so let's take a look at the next thing we want to do is going to be in chapter 3. Open up our book. Back in here, we're going to chapter 3, the way the world works. Open this up, and we are going to come down to moving more mana. Alright, for some purposes, mana spreaders just can't move mana quickly enough. Things such as the strong essence seeds require a lot of mana to be pumped into the runic altar to craft them, but it just takes too long with the basic spreader. Yes, it does. Making one from Dreamwood and Elementium should prove more effective, allowing mana to be transported much faster. So we want to craft an Elven mana spreader. Let's take a look at that. So we need 6 pieces of Dreamwood. We get that by throwing living wood through our portal over there. 1 piece of Elementium by throwing mana steel through the portal. Blah, blah, blah. Can't speak today. And then some petal of some color, and that will give us an Elven mana spreader. So let's go ahead and grab the stuff here. So we got our 6 Dreamwood or Elementium. I just grabbed a white petal, and then we're just going to come over here and craft that up real quick. So 3 there, 3 there, Elementium, and a petal gives us our mana Elven spreader. Elven mana spreader. And that gives us 2 more mana tablets. So let's go ahead and claim our reward. My goodness, words are not with me today. So let's go ahead and try this out real quick. Do I have? Yes, I've got my Matic on me. So we can pick this up. Yeah, axe it says. So pick that one up. Down our Elven mana spreader. And that should be, yeah, it's already bound to our runic altar, so we are good. Let me go ahead and put this stuff away. Now over here we've got some tablets. Go ahead and put a mana spreader in there. Rearrange everything so it doesn't drive me crazy. All right. Next thing we've got is, let's come back into our book. And we are going to come down here. That's, no, we're not doing that. What is that? I don't know. Bright Spark. Mana spreaders are an effective system for transporting mana from place to place. However, they are rather limited in their capabilities to manage your storage of mana. Sparks seem to have a potential, and Elven materials have given you a means to augment their ability. As described in the Lexica Britannia, the dispersive augment will fill the mana containers of any nearby player from the pool they sit on. The dominant spark will pull mana from any nearby pools marked by non-augmented sparks. Recessive sparks will distribute the mana from their own pool to any marked by non-augmented or dispersive sparks. Finally, isolated sparks will not interact with any dominant or recessive spark, but can still provide mana to any other block which can receive mana through the spark network, such as the terrestrial agglomeration plate. Okay, I would have to look into these and see how they work. Now, we already created regular sparks when we did the terrestrial agglomeration plate to move the mana there from here to there quickly. Now we're just going to craft up the other pieces of the puzzle here. So let's take a look real quick. So spark augments. So we have dispersive, dominant, recessive, and isolated. So we'll start with the dispersive. Let's take a look at that. And that's Pixie Dust, Mana Steel Ingot, and Rune of Water. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of them. So this is probably, that's Rune of Fire. So the Pixie Dust and the Mana Steel are the same on all of them. This one is Earth. And this last one is Air. So let's do it this way. Let me go ahead and grab everything here. And it was, we had the Pixie Dust, Mana Steel, here in Zombies. Oh, we'll deal with them if they come in here. Start with Water. There's that one. Air. Earth. Fire. Okay, there's our 4. Okay, they must be outside. Our 4 spark augments. Let's go ahead and check our book here. And we get 8 regular sparks and 64 dreamwood out of that. So let's go ahead and claim that. As it dings twice at us. Okay, so let me get this stuff put away, and then I'm going to meet you outside for our next piece that we're going to be working on. Okay, so we're down here in our little cubby hole that we hollowed out to get to the ocean. I've set up an armor stand here and put our diving suit on it. So what I want to do today is we're going to come in here and we're going to try to finish up the Big Daddy quest that is in Chapter 5, What the World Enables. So let's come in here. Here's Big Daddy, and we're going to take a look at this. Remember that we crafted our diving suit, and then we crafted our air supply hose and an air pump. Next thing we got to do is we got to look for ancient sand. We need 1 piece of that, 1 piece of dried blue coral, and 1 coral rock. And I think there's other things to do in this quest that follow this, because we're getting a whole bunch of other stuff here out of this as well. So let's go ahead and get ourselves suited up. What I'm going to do is we're going to swap out this here. And see, you put the diving air supply in here as the chest plate. Otherwise, you know, it doesn't give you a complete suit for some reason. Even though this looks like it should do it, because that's got the pants and the legs and the arms on it. Oh well. So I'm going to go ahead and put our armor there. I'm going to take out our ring of cordata. I'm going to put this air supply here, 2 fluid tanks there. You'll see what those are used for later. Let's come into our baubles. I'm going to swap out our band of aura with our ring of cordata. Go ahead and put our band of aura in here so we don't accidentally lose it. Let's take a look at ourselves in our diving suit. There we go. That's what we look like in the diving suit. So let me just do this real quick. Now let's come in here. If I take this off, then you see what it looks like. Kind of silly, but yeah, you need that there as well to make a complete diving suit. Now, we've got the ring of cordata. We really don't need the diving suit. It does help clear things up a bit. So let's come in here and let's see if we can find the things that we're looking for. Remember, we're looking for ancient sand, blue coral, and coral stone. And there's the next thing we're also going to be looking for. So if we look around, there's another oyster. We don't need any more of those. Sand, kelp. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about this, is you kind of move pretty fast. All right, so here's our coral. Got a sponge. So let's see, dried blue coral. Let's go ahead and get that with our pick. Can we get it with the pick? Yes. And then we need the coral rock. If I can get down in there. Okay, now we got to find this ancient sand. And just so you know, sponges don't work like they do in the 1.8 and above. In here, at least, I think you can do stuff with them, but it's not the same. And then we got this, which is that thing popping up. That's oil. That's another quest that we're going to have to do pretty soon. Regular sand. What is this ancient sand? Oh my goodness, this thing is just throwing me all over the place. What's down here? It's like a cave of some sort. There's a beehive. Okay. Is that aqua hive or something? Water hive, yeah. All right, let me look around, see if I can find this ancient sand, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so we found our ancient sand. It's just, you can see that it looks a little bit different than regular sand. Let's go ahead and grab some of this while we're at it. Let's see, it says use a shovel on it. We only need the one. It doesn't hurt to grab more. It looks like it drops other stuff too. So we're getting bones, bone meal. May as well collect it all if we can. This drives me nuts. I don't like. I was saying axe. I mean, I push forward and it throws me backwards. Get a chest, some gold. Some interesting stuff I didn't know was down here in this ancient sand. So let's dig up some more. Let's keep going. So we at least get this whole patch done. Regular sand, ancient sand. I think that's the entire patch of ancient sand there. Oh my goodness, I don't want to go this far out. Okay, that's taking me away from my base. Oh, okay, we need to go over this way. All right, yeah, that's kind of crazy the way this thing works, or doesn't work, in my opinion. But let's head back here. Let's take a look at some of the stuff that we collected, and we'll take a look at the book and see what else we have to do. Come on. All right, let's see what all we got out of this. We got some bones, we got bone meal, we got just a chest, a couple of gold nuggets, some ink sacks. I got an ender pearl from, oh my goodness. Oh, how rude. Let's go sleep real quick and make this nighttime go away so we don't get attacked like that again. All right, so we slept, and as I was saying, let's take a look at our inventory again. So bone meal, bones, chest, gold. We got our dried blue coral, our coral rock. We got ink sacks. We got our ancient sand. I found a oyster down there had an ender pearl in it, so I went ahead and I grabbed that as well. Let's take a look at our quest book and see what we got here. So we got all that 100%. Next thing, got another detection task. One more resource has come to your attention as being available on the ocean floor. You spotted small bubbles escaping from some spots on the ocean floor, indicating the presence of natural gas below. If you dig down from these bubbles, you should find a pocket of highly flammable gas, which may make you feel dizzy. You can utilize the air pump with redstone signal applied to collect this gas with the air pump, putting it into any adjacent tank. Bottles made from the heat-resistant glass produced from the ancient sand are a good way to store and use this gas. So we need to get a bottle of natural gas, but we need to make these other bottles first of all. So let's come down here, and we're going to put a piece of this ancient sand into here. Let's go ahead and do 8. Just because. Go ahead and put this stuff away. Actually, I've got spots down there for almost all of this, except for this and this and this. Those can go down there, those can go down there, those can go down there, those can go down there. Okay, so all right, we'll let that do its thing real quick. Let me go ahead and toss this stuff into our system. All right, so ink sacs, ender pearl, bone, and gold nuggets, and the chest too. All right. Do we have this cooked up? Let's take half of that. We need to make a, oh, not from fluid tanks. Heat resistant glass. There we go. 3 empty bottles. Go ahead and grab this and put it away. Okay, so we need our air pump. I've got 2 fluid tanks. I've got empty bottles. I do need a lever, which we have some downstairs in our storage unit. Let's come down here. So we've got an Enderman visiting us. All right, so I've got levers over here, so we need one of those. And I'm also going to need some glowstone. So let's go ahead and let's grab some of that. Now the reason you want glowstone is because, as it said, the natural gas is flammable. So the last thing in the world you want, let me go ahead and grab some more of that, is to enter a cave full of natural gas and put down torches. Not a good idea. So we're going to use glowstone instead. In fact, let me get my torches out of the way, although they won't really do anything. Let's go ahead and put our glowstone down. All right, let's head back up to our area, and I'll be right back with you. All right, so let's go find that pocket of air bubbles that we saw before. That is our natural gas deposit that we want to go for. And I wish I marked it on my map, but I didn't. Let's see. I am pushing forward and it's pushing me sideways. Oh, I do not like swimming. Ink sacks. Where, oh, where are air bubbles? I swear I'm pressing forward. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of this limestone while I'm at it. Just a couple of pieces. We don't need it. We can make tons of it. I'm just going to use it when we dig down to our pocket. If I can find it, that is. Let me find that pocket of natural gas, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, we found our natural gas. So let's what we have to do is we need to dig down at this point. Now I'm going to do the standard 2x2, and that way you can, as long as you kind of stand in the middle, you're safe. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and put down a piece of glowstone here and a block of limestone there. There we go. Now we got an air pocket. Oh my goodness. Eat something real quick, and then let's dig our way down until we find our actual natural gas pocket. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig down and we're going to find a cave. Digging, keep digging, and you'll know because you get the nausea effect. Put that down there just so you guys can see. Here's skeletons. No, it's one of those. Okay, are we in the area? Yes, you see the bubbles? We've got mining fatigue. So what we're going to do, let me go ahead and put down some light here. Yep. All right. And then we are going to come here and let's get our stuff set up. Dig out a little bit of an area. Okay. And we're going to put down our pump. Here, and then the tanks. Let me go one here, one here. Our lever here, turn that on, give this a spin. And you'll see our tanks are starting to fill up with natural gas. So we want to do this until we get these full. I hear a zombie. Are these filled? Yes. That one's filled. That one's filled. Let's go ahead and get our bottle. Go ahead and fill all three of them up. full. All right, let's pick these up. All right, we got what we needed. Let's get out of here. So this is our tunnel. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to go ahead and mark this on our map. Let's go ahead and create a waypoint. New natural gas. Save that. Okay, close. All right, so we're going to start digging our building our way back up. All right. What else do we have? We got some dirt, we got gravel. Let's go ahead and use gravel. See, go ahead and break that out, I guess. Put the water back in, and then we can swim up. And out. All right. We just go ahead and go up to the surface, and I'll meet you back up there. All right, I made it back to our base. We slept through the night. Let's go ahead and check our quest book here in just a second. And let's check this. Okay, so we got our bottle of natural gas. That seemed to be everything. So we get 64 limestone, 4 blue pearls, 4 white pearls, 2 fluid tanks, and the factory. So let's go ahead and claim our reward. All right. And did this open up anything else in there? No. This is something for us to deal with the oil. That's been open for a while. This is for dealing with something else, which we will do in the coming up soon. We're going to be dealing with thievery and this one here in the next episode. We're going to be heading into the Nether. I found a way for us to be a little safer in the Nether. So we're going to put that into place, and we have a guy waiting out here. Let's get rid of this guy. I asked for you to come by. No, go away. All right, well, that's it for this episode. In next episode, again, like I said, we're going to be heading into the Nether. We're going to start working on some of those quests there, and I'll show you what I came up with to help us out in there. So again, another shout out to Yober Brassbar for the help with the redwood trees. It was much appreciated. Thank you so much. We're going to be planting a lot of those because I really love those trees. So until next time, this is Desert Rat. Have a good one. Bye.